Hello. Today we're going to talk about chemical equations. Now, I don't know about you, but this is how I feel when I think about chemical equations and having to try and balance them. But never fear, after years of teaching this, I have found several useful tools to help learn how to do this easily and effectively. And once you learn it, you're going to feel pretty good about it. Now, before we can learn how to balance chemical equations, we need to learn about what chemical equations are and the vocabulary associated with it. So, this is called a chemical equation. A chemical equation is a shorthand expression of a chemical reaction that's occurring. I like to think of it as math for chemistry. Now, here you have that exact same chemical equation, but on the left side in the red circle, this side is called the reactants. And on the right side in the blue circle, well, this side is called the products. And in the center, you have this really neat little arrow, and that represents that a chemical reaction has occurred, and it is called the yield. So, you have the left side called the reactants, which goes into a chemical reaction represented by the arrow, a yield, and out on the right side comes the product or the result of that chemical reaction. Now, we have numbers in our chemical reaction, so let's figure out what those numbers are. In the orange circles, those represent the numbers that are called coefficients. And inside the purple circles, those numbers represent the subscript. Now, the coefficient in the subscript is just like it is in math. A coefficient is a number used to multiply the element or elements that it's in front of. The subscript is the number that lets you know how many of that element are present, but only apply to the element that it is directly behind. Now that we have reviewed what a chemical equation is and its vocabulary parts, reactant, product, yield, coefficient, and subscript, let's go ahead and learn about how to balance chemical equations with confidence. And remember, since this is a video, you can go back as many times as you want to become comfortable with those terms, because they will be important to you as we move into the next step of balancing chemical equations. Thank you very much, and if you need additional help, please feel free to reach out to me.